to say welcome to you and thank you for pausing, even if it is for 1 second. My contention in South Africa is the reason why a lot of people were rejoicing that they lost in the World Cup. You know, when the South Africans were in a deep hell of a problem at the beginning of their republic, when Mandela was in jail, virtually all African countries rallied around to make sure that apartheid was destroyed. And the idea was make sure that the Africans have this right to rule their fellow Africans. But the point is, in a way, if we want to be truly honest, it was like robbing Peter to pay Paul. What happened was apartheid was destroyed, quite sure. But the white people who found that place as their home were not going to be sent away to any place, especially those of them of the more generation that have lived for a long time. So they coexisted with the South Africans. All Africans rallied around them. All Africans. I remember we were around in GS1 or GS2 in Nigeria. We were given a public holidays to go home because free Nelson Mandela. Mandela was freed from the prison. Apartheid was destroyed. But few years later, Nigerians are being killed in South Africa like they're not nothing. Being chopped down along the street. Their business is set on fire. Human beings born like animals. Even born the way you cannot born a goat you want to kill for your family. And the reason was that Nigerians were taking away their women and their jobs. There's no logic to back this up. There's no logic to back this up because all is visible that employers go for those who satisfy the demand of their employment. Nigerians, Cameroonians, Ghanaians, people from other parts of the African countries work very hard when they go to South Africa. They dedicate because they know that they're sending something home. South Africans, most of them are known for their enjoyment type of life. But that brings acrimony. The girls love men from other countries. What do they say? They treat us better. And the South African men are so mad at it that they're taking away our women. Who is taking your women? Are your women so stupid that they don't know what is good for them? No, they are not. They go to people who satisfy their need, not just sexual need, being their emotional need. Somebody who understands that women have their own right to their own self-development. Who treat them like they want something, not just for sex. Who treat them like their family, they belong to somewhere. Who show them that they are ready to improve their own life. Women don't just hop to any man because you have a dick or something. If the dick is their problem, they have dildo to satisfy that. They go to a man who has emotional intelligence, who understand their need to a certain level. You may not be able to solve all of them. This is why South African men started killing people from all other African countries. Killing them like they have not been killed in the Western world even. We said that there are racists in the Western world. It can be understood. Most of them are. But there have not been any time in any country in the West that have killed Africans the way they are killing them in South Africa the past years. And the problem is that of all the things African head of states do, they never address this issue. People will suffer to make their own life, suffer to earn living in another country, which they have international right to do. And those indigenous who we supported during the apartheid period will be killing them like their goats. That was why a lot of people were happy that they were eliminated from World Cup. Of course, it's not the players, they didn't do anything. We all understand they did nothing, but they can also talk. They can also make some non-political statement. We don't support what is going on. They don't have to be so vocal about it. I know. It divested from the game. But everyone who is keeping quiet at this point in time is complicit. The governors, the presidents of the countries, even the West. If this is happening anywhere in the Middle East or in South America, it will be the top news everywhere in the world every day. But you hardly had this in any news. You hardly see this in any pop-up in your mail or news in the internet, because probably we don't want that much. Or how can they intervene when we are killing our own? But that is not the point. The point is when the life of one group of people is less in the hand of one group of people, is less in every people's hand. The West keep quiet. And that is why the South Africans are doing what they are doing. If there had been an international pressure, not just from Africans, from all over the world, they will stop this nonsense. They will know that their life is not more valuable than the life of the Nigerians, Zimbabwean, Tanzanians, Kenyans. They are killing every day. Nobody deserves to be killed along the streets. So, anyone who has any person who lives in South Africa, tell them to be watchful. Take a leave when they can. Because whatever is happening to those people, they are not ready to let go until they get everyone vacate their country. But the point also, they forget that they have businesses in other African countries. Like Nigeria is one of the countries that their MTN, if I would suggest, have made them multi-billionaires. MTN was the first mobile network that entered Nigeria. And because of the leverage they had with the Nigerian government, I don't know how they did that. They muzzled out Airtel, which was a Nigerian company. The only one that succeeded their competition was only Glo. Yet, MTN had the highest coverage in Nigeria. We allowed them to thrive, building their own company. And I know it's something with Ghana, it's something with Cameroon, it's something with Congo, it's something with Kenya, it's something with Zimbabwe. Nobody is killing them anywhere. Yet they can't stop killing people. If your women are leaving you to Nigerians, to Cameroonians, to Gambians, to Tanzanians, it's because you're not doing well. When you do well, your women will see that even if you're not doing well at the moment, you have the potential. It is in their nature to see when you have a potential. Also, it's in their nature when they see that you're going to remain and never do well all your life. So they run before you drag them into the hole you have lived in. So I'm not going to make this a long broadcast. It's just going to be short. So that is why most people were happy that they were eliminated or close to being eliminated from the World Cup. We don't hate South Africans. If they turn around and start behaving like normal human beings, they will be accepted back in among the bosom Africans because they have very nice businesses. DSTV have been in Nigeria for as long as I remember. MTN, the same thing. And we enjoy this. We patronize them with our money. Same thing with other African countries. So if they are ready to pick an olive branch and drop, we're no more going to kill Africans in our country. We will go back to where we are. As brothers, we are stronger. As brothers, we can compete. But at this rat and cat fight, Africa will not go anywhere. And South Africa, as a matter of fact, will be the first to go down. Because you fetch a firewood of insects, you're inviting the lizard to your place. Ciao, take your time and enjoy the love of the loved ones. Have a nice day.